Hey guys, Cody Barton here. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm answering a question that I get all the time, which is a variation of when should I quit my job and go full-time in real estate, or should I quit my job and just go all in on real estate? So the best way to be able to answer this is it's going to depend, and that's going to depend on the situation that you are currently in, whether you have a family to support, what your bills look like, whether you're living at home, right? There's going to be multiple different factors to keep in mind, but I'm going to give you a few key points in this video to help you kind of understand, like, okay, what should that look like before I decide to go full-time in real estate, and what should those next 2 to 3 goals be. So let's get into it. So generally, whenever somebody asks me, Cody, should I quit my job and just get into real estate and just go all in? My answer typically is always going to be no, unless there's a few things that are in place, and we're going to talk about those here in a moment. But one of my favorite speakers named Jim Rohn, he always would talk about, if you haven't seen him on YouTube, he has some great content, but one of the things that he would always talk about is work full-time at your job and part-time on your fortune. So your job is there to support you. Your job is there to pay your basic bills. It's there to pay your your necessities, and it's there to help be a crutch for you while you're getting your real estate journey going. And it's important to keep that stability, in my opinion, at the beginning, so that you don't burn yourself out and you don't go broke, just getting into real estate without any income coming in right at the beginning. So, part of that, saying where it's, work full-time at your job, work part-time at your fortune, is this. You're getting into real estate because you probably want to make more than you are at your job right now, right? That the reason people get involved with real estate typically is they want a little bit more freedom. You want to make a little bit more money, or a lot more money, and have financial freedom. And so that's why we call it the working full-time at your job and part-time on your fortune, because your real estate business eventually will become your fortune. You get into a position where you're doing real estate deals, then you start buying some deals, you do some fix and flips, and you start buying some rentals, you start getting some passive income and Airbnb income, whatever your aspirations are in real estate, but that is to help build that fortune up. And so part of that is while you're working at your job, it's coming home and working after that on your business, or depending on whatever your schedule is, working on your real estate business part-time. So then you could start getting some money coming in on a part-time basis from real estate, and eventually what you want to be able to do is get that real estate income to be able to replace the income that you're working full-time at your job, but part-time. So that when you're able to transition from part-time to full-time in real estate, you're able to explode your income because you are already in a position where you're making as much or more part-time than you were full-time at your job, and it really is just going to set yourself up to be in a really strong position when you do quit your job. So I want to talk to you about 3 key things that I would say that you need to have in place before you go ahead and quit your job, and make sure that you're in a good financial position to be able to do that. The last thing that I want to see is investors, getting into the real estate business, and they quit their job, and they end up spending all of their money on marketing, or they run out of money before they get their momentum and their pipeline of deals closing, and then they have to quit and go back to their job. They're discouraged, and likely they probably won't even get back into the business. I've seen it time and time again. So here are the 3 key things that if you have in place, you're going to be in a very strong position to be able to have a lot of success and not be stressing about your finances at the same time. All right, so number 1 is to have 3 to 4 months of your personal living expenses set aside in savings. Not savings towards, like to be put towards investing. I'm talking about 3 to 4 months of reserves that if you didn't make any money for 3 to 4 months, you would be able to pay all of your personal living expenses for you or your family, or whatever your personal living situation looks like. so that you have some time. Like you got to give yourself some time to be able to get this business off the ground when you do quit your job. And I lean towards, having a little bit more because I'm a little bit more conservative, but I think it may be a little bit overkill for some people. So 3 to 4 months is a pretty good, healthy amount of time to have in reserves when you do go full-time in your real estate business. All right, so number 2, that is going to be making sure that you have 3 to 4 months reserves for your marketing expenses. So what does that look like? I mean, what's the difference? So the point 1 was for your personal, so like that's your rent on your house or your mortgage on your house, that's paying your car payment, your insurance, your food, all of those things. That's what that's for. This point number 2 is for your business. So, if you're pulling lists from batch leads, or you're pulling data and you're cold calling it, or you're hiring virtual assistants, this is having 3 to 4 months of your marketing expenses set to the side so that you can give it time to, for your pipeline to mature. And what does that mean? So what I really mean by that is, say month 1, you're doing marketing to get deals. During that first month, you get some good leads. You're then following up with those going into month 2. And then by month 3, you're probably closing some of those leads, and those are actually turning into money at that point. And so that's why I say 3 to 4 months, because the time it takes to build up a pipeline and then follow up with the leads and then turn those into actual cash in your pocket can take a couple months when you're getting the ball rolling. So number 3 is having some real estate deals closed, or consistently starting to close. What I've found is people that are already closing some deals, and what do I mean by consistently? It doesn't mean that you need to be doing 5 deals a month before you quit your job, but what I'm talking about is you're getting a deal a month, or you're getting a deal or 2 every couple of months, and so you're getting some stuff closing consistently. And what it's really going to take for you to go to that next level is going to be you quitting that job, and then starting to, spend more of your time to take that from 1 to 2 deals every month or so to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 plus deals on a monthly basis. And, obviously to accomplish that, it's just going to come down to you being able to spend more time on your fortune rather than, working at that job. So those would be the 3 things that I would say that to put yourself in a really good position starting out in your real estate business to have in place, so that you don't have to be stressed out about your finances personally. You don't have to be stressed out about your business expenses, as you're doing your marketing either. And it's going to, give you confidence that you've already done some, real estate deals. You don't need to have done 100, right? But you need to have done, a few deals, in my opinion, before you go all in on your business and quit your job. So I'd love to hear from you. When did you get started in your real estate business, or when did you quit your job? If you put that in the comments below, I'd love to hear from you guys. When do you think the right time is to quit your job? If you don't agree with something I said, let me know below. I'd love to hear it from you. I am known as, with some of my friends, conservative Cody, meaning I always like to have, safety nets and parachutes and, have different things in place so that I'm able to always be in a good financial position. All of our businesses can be healthy. I'm personally very financially healthy as well. And so that's where I really think, having these things set up for you is going to, make you feel super confident within your business. All right, guys, so if you got any value from this, as always, make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, help me with this YouTube algorithm. I'm trying to grow the channel. I have some really big goals with the channel to grow this year in 2021. So I'm super excited to keep bringing you guys more and more value. And again, if you have anything you want to share, post it in the comments below. I'll answer any questions that you have on this particular video, and we'll see you in the next video.